It is your favorite auditor, Audit Them. I'm in the village of Grayscale, Illinois, conducting a 1A, obtaining public records, wanting a city map, pull door. Let me see what they got going on over here. Just some of this stuff. Meeting room, police administration.
Did you get a copy too? I'm sorry, did you get a copy too?
Plumbing applications.
Yeah, it won't help me write it to myself.
So you're
Oh, this
talking
is the
about
police
like,
side right here.
like a complaint for an officer?
I guess this is the police.
Okay.
What was the decision of that?
Sure.
So
Okay.
nobody has told us.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Ring ring.
I would give it to, well, Commander, wait, he's here. This is a patrol commander.
Yeah.
So have you been helped, or do you need help?
No, nobody came to assist.
Okay.
Ma'am, I need the largest city map
Yeah, my joint.
printout.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
What's the biggest size you have?
Do we have maps?
Yeah, of Great Lake?
Yeah.
Yeah. Down in like the second or third floor down or something. Up further than- I mean, it's a little bit older map, but,
What's the biggest size I could request? Thanks.
for what?
Map.
That's the only map we have. We don't generate maps.
Oh no? Okay. I need to also submit a FOIA request. Who's your FOIA officer?
Oh, so, yeah, we can give you the form here, you can fill it out.
Sure.
We'll give it to the FOIA officer if you'd like.
Okay, cool.
Or you can always go to our website and pull it out.
No, what I do, ma'am, is I take copies of those FOIA requests there, but I already have my FOIA request filled out. I just need someone to compute the date and provide a copy for me.
Well, so with a FOIA request, we have up to 5 business days.
Yeah, absolutely.
Respond. So
Yep.
you can fill out that form, we can go ahead and take it and then give it to the FOIA officer.
Yeah. I have it filled out already.
Okay, is it the FOIA form that we had just gave you?
No, ma'am, this is not required here.
Okay, so we
This-
FOIA that form right there, that's a standard FOIA form that we just gave you?
No, ma'am, according to state law, there's no a public body may not.
I'm just going by what we request here at the village hall.
Yeah, well, you see, ma'am, this is my FOIA request right here. I just need a copy. I need someone to compute the date on there.
I can't, I would have to speak with my FOIA officer if she can accept that. I
Okay,
don't think
she
she can.
she is, and she's going to, ma'am, because this is what's permitted.
Okay, I have nothing to do with FOIA.
Yeah, sure.
so
If you'd
let
like
me-
to ask your FOIA officer, I'll be waiting here momentarily. Watch and see, folks. That is going to be accepted. What she said is incorrect, and this is to prove my point here. Okay. See how intimidating this is? Look at this. Look at their FOIA request form. Look how hard it is. Look. Instead of all this, like the assessors out there wanna waste their time reading through all this, this is my FOIA request. And next time I'm gonna write it on a wooden plank. So here. She's gonna feel salty right now. I really need to get my iPad so I could search for these statutes immediately. And mark my words, how she's incorrect about that, and I am correct. 10 out of 10 times I visit these city halls and they try to tell me otherwise about FOIA. I'm the one who turns out correct, and they don't know what they're talking about.
Okay, so she said that she will accept that, but we need to have your name and your email and your phone number on there.
No, that's not required. Just like you were wrong about the first thing, you're wrong about that too, ma'am. I
You
provide.
have your email on
Yeah,
there.
that's all that's needed there.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I just asked for.
No,
your
you asked
email.
for my name and you asked for my phone number. I don't need to put my name or phone number.
Okay, well, I'm
It's a
gonna
learning
have her-
process.
I'm gonna-
It's a learning process.
Sir, you have to understand, I don't even work in the police department. You were supposed to be over on that side.
No, not
So
really,
I don't-
because
I
this
don't
is a
work in the
city.
police department,
I'm not.
so-
I'm not supposed to be on that side. I'm supposed to be on this side, ma'am. That's the third thing I'm correct about, because I'm requesting city records, not police records. Okay, so that's 3 points that I'm correct on. Just an educational process.
Oh, well, thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
However, ma'am, I need to also see your FOIA officer. I have a variety of questions that I need to ask.
I'll be right back.
Sure. And I need them to compute the date. Watch when she comes back. Here. Okay. Upon receiving a request for public records, the Freedom of Information Officer shall note the date of the public body receives the written request, compute the date of which the period for response will expire, and make a notation of the date of the written request. Okay, so there's a procedure here. And that's the third point she's off on. First, she told me she will not accept that. This is the only thing they would accept. She was wrong. Next, she accepts it. Proves my point she was wrong. Then she tells me she needs my name and email and phone number. I told her, no, you don't. All you need is my email. That's the second thing she's off on. Third thing, she says I gotta be on that side. That's wrong, because that's the police side. This is the city hall side. So I'm filing a page for the FOIA for the city side, not the police side. Then she got a little upset that I said, yep, it's just an educational matter. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. But at least her FOIA officer knows that there's no standard form required. Like I said, again, who wants to read through these 4 pages and feel intimidated when they don't have to? All they would have to do is submit a napkin over as a request. Look. Look at their form. Okay. Oh, good, the FOIA officer came out.
Hi, can I help you?
Hello, hi, are you the FOIA officer?
Correct?
Yep, that's my request there.
Sure.
I need you to compute the date so I could have a copy of that there, ma'am.
You need me to what the date?
Compute the date. You do have a completed training certificate, right? So you're aware of the part where it says the FOIA officer shall note the date of the public body receives the written request?
I can date stamp this.
Yeah, sure. But ma'am, here, if you're able to put the date, the stamp on there, and then a copy for my record, I'll keep my original, and you could keep the copy.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. Have a great day.
If it ain't one thing, it's another. She's on the police side now, stamping that.
Can I fold this and date stamp?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Today is the 14th.
Right. And then after you do that and I receive a copy, ma'am, I have something here to show you about the
Let's
FOIA.
do one thing
at a time, one thing at a time.
Let me go make your copy,
Okay.
or my copy, so you can have
Sure. Next time I'm coming with a wooden plank with a FOIA request. You know the, I'm not even gonna say it right now. It's gonna be a variety of things I'm gonna write my FOIA request on. And this dude, he's like, he got a badass, or no, not him, the other guy. Sorry about that. Okay. Now I'm gonna ask for this right here. Freedom of Information Officer shall develop a list of documents or categories of the records that the public body shall immediately disclose upon request. See, they need a third party like me to investigate the entire state. They need me. Just like that other town said it was needed that I visited. Again, do not be intimidated by these 4-page FOIA request forms. Okay, thanks. I just wanted to make a point here, ma'am. That's why I did it on a napkin. Because the lady over there told me that, nope, I gotta do it on this. But you know there's no standard form.
Sure, we
I could-
accepted your napkin.
Yeah, right. I could file a FOIA request on a wooden plank on a 2x4
Sure,
as a
we
souvenir.
accepted- We haven't denied.
Absolutely. No, you're right, ma'am. It's an educational process. Okay, now at this point, ma'am, freedom of 143.5, freedom of information officers. Freedom of information officers shall develop a list of documents or categories of records that the public body shall immediately disclose upon request. I need a list, please. I need that list.
Let's see this here.
Sure. I underlined it.
List of documents or categories.
Yep.
Under state statute, we have 5 business days to respond, so I need
No, not really, ma'am, except in instances where records are furnished immediately. This is a record that
I
has...
believe there's something further to that, sir, so I'm gonna have to look into that. Could I take a business card of yours and I'll certainly get back to you?
At this time, I don't have a business card
Do
here,
you
ma'am.
have contact information that I could get?
Yeah,
in
I
touch
put
with
my
you?
email there.
Perfect, I will look into it
But you
and
see,
get back to you.
the thing about it is, ma'am, it says here, each public body shall designate one or more official
Let
employee.
me ask you this, may
Yeah.
I make a copy of that?
Absolutely.
I'll look into that?
Yeah, sure.
Would you like to take that off your clipboard?
No, you could put the thing inside the scanner, do a complete scan. The thing is that list should already be ready. If I was to have
Let
a
me make a copy, sir.
okay. See, it's not ready. That's why I gotta charge my fee now. Non-compliant fee and start billing the town attorney. It's my FOIA request there.
Here's your clipboard.
Okay.
I'm gonna need to look into this further. I'll be happy to get back to you
Okay,
as soon as
ma'am,
possible.
I am here for a variety of things. I also need to inspect the general fund for 2021.
Okay, this gentleman is here. He submitted a FOIA request that I date stamped and made a copy of. He took the original back.
Are you recording this?
Yes, I am, audio and video. May I ask what your first name is?
Chris,
Chris, that's good enough.
why are you recording this?
I'm recording audio and video for my accountability and transparency here.
Okay.
I'm recording all public records, regardless of physical form or characteristics.
Okay. Keep going.
Yep, you were the one who was talking, ma'am, not me.
You were talking about something with the general fund?
Yep, I need to inspect the general fund for the year of 2020. That's a record that shall be furnished immediately without a FOIA request. See, as it says here, ma'am, each public body shall designate one or more official or employees to act as its FOIA officer, except in instances where records are furnished immediately. It's not a demand, it's just state law. Okay, Freedom of Information officers shall develop a list of documents or categories of records that the public body shall immediately disclose upon request. So that list, without that list being provided right now, I may have to bill the town attorney for my visit here of non-compliance. I'm sure I'm the first person in 100 years that came to request that. Regardless, it's supposed to be ready. It is, according to law. And I'm not going to...
Requesting our budget for the year of 2020?
I'm requesting two things. Yeah, general fund with the account numbers, budget for 2021. That's one thing. I'm also requesting this list. Once I receive this list, I'm sure the general fund would be on there along with the list of other
Our budget
records.
is on our website. accessible by everyone.
You said what's online? What's online?
Our budget.
Your budget, okay, but I came here to the town hall to view the hard copy in person.
Would you like us to print you a copy of our?
No, not print. I'd like to see the original one. The comptroller's copy.
Okay.
Yep. When I'm able to see that, I could further my FOIA request, because you see it's got account numbers in there. It says this much was spent on uniforms, this much was spent on office supplies, so on and so forth. I'll go ahead and mark down the account numbers that I'm seeking to receive receipts from.
You're asking for the budget.
Yep.
Okay.
And this too, right here. What's your job title?
I'm the assistant village manager.
Oh, good. So are you also a designated FOIA officer?
I'm not.
Okay. Well, here it says here, sir, FOIA officers shall develop a list. Okay, that's the list I need to see of documents or categories of records that the public body shall immediately disclose upon request. This part says, except in instances where records are furnished immediately. So it's not like it's a demand or anything. It's just compliance check. I'm doing a compliance test. I'm running an audit right now.
Sure.
Sure. Oh, you got the same page in your hand. Yep.
Yeah, she may.
Yep.
I'm just reading.
And you see, I had to inform your FOIA officer as well about that. She had to note the date when she receives the written request, which she did here.
It's just a little unorthodox writing. You know.
Right, but I did this to prove a point here because I'm recording audio and video. I don't want the regular person to get confused about your 4-page FOIA form and feel intimidated. This is not required. I could bring a piece of drywall and fill out my FOIA request on a drywall.
Sure.
There's no standard form.
Yeah.
It's just I'm proving a point here.
Okay.
Yep. And I'm also checking to see if this list is available. Some towns don't have this list, and some towns do, and the ones that don't have civil litigation coming in the court of law.
So if you have concerns or questions, if you could put those in writing, and we'd be happy to pass those.
No,
along
ma'am.
to the
Freedom
village
of
attorney.
freedom of
But
information
with
does
you
not
recording,
answer
we're no
questions.
longer going to communicate here.
Say that again.
I said, with you recording, we'll accept this FOIA request, of course, and if you have any questions or concerns, we could certainly pass them along. to the
Okay,
village
I need to
attorney.
inspect your general fund. Are you telling me that you don't have that
If you
list?
Put that in writing.
Okay,
We'll
ma'am,
have to accept those
unfortunately,
FOIA.
it does not require it to be in writing. Okay, the reason why I'm recording is because I need to make sure I'm receiving non-compliant. What you just told me is because I'm recording, you don't want to assist. Well, that throws accountability and transparency out the window.
Well, we'd be happy to pass your request to see if you'd like to speak with the village attorney.
No, ma'am, you are the FOIA officer. This clearly says your job title. It doesn't say attorney. So you're the person who I need to see this list from. This list should already be ready. If I was to bill the town attorney $5,000 for my visit, they would have to pay out in a civil litigation. Declaratory relief under the FOIA Act, 8.5.
Okay. Well,
Okay. Is your general fund available for me to inspect, sir?
I can certainly print off the copy from the website.
That's fine, but I prefer to see the hard copy, controller's copy, finance director's copy. Is that one ready? That'll save you about 50 pages of printouts.
we don't. I mean, everything is retained and stored.
If you're able to print it out, I'll take a look at the printout. Sure.
I'll be right back.
Okay, sure.
And what fiscal year did you want? The current one? or the
21.
previous one?
21.
So our fiscal year runs May 1 through August 30. So
Right.
you got the May 1, 2019, or May 1, 2020.
20
to April 30.
that's correct. That's
Okay.
correct.
Let
Yep.
me go make sure.
Okay. If it ain't one thing, it's another. So you see how I corrected her there? She said she doesn't want to assist if I'm she doesn't want to assist if I'm recording. I told her, well, that throws accountability and transparency out the window. Because look what it says here in the first 2 paragraphs. The General Assembly hereby declares that it is the public policy of the state of Illinois that access by all persons to public records, promotes the transparency and accountability of public bodies at all levels of government. Now here on this section, if you look at what's defined as public records, you will see that it says regardless of physical form or characteristics. That means the employees here on Clap Dime, regardless of physical form, they are a walking public record, walking, talking public record. She doesn't have that list, so that rings up a flag. And you see, this is what I mean when they have to maintain a FOIA log. Maintain an electronic or paper copy written request, including all documents submitted with the request until the request has been completed with or denied. I really need to get an iPad though, so I could really just punch in a few keywords or just highlight all these. Okay, my man.
There you go.
Yeah, you know what? I just take this to go and review it on my own time. It does got the account numbers here. That's what I needed. Sir, do you have a tall envelope I could put all this stuff in?
Let me look for you.
Thanks. So this is the general fund here. This is what I always want from the towns. It's got the account numbers. Okay, my man. As far as that list with your FOIA officer, I'll give it some time. Maybe they'll respond via email. Or I might have to mark it down as declaratory relief, non-compliance.
Yep, no, everything you FOIA'd will be provided to you within the deadline.
Okay, my man. Yeah, other than that, that about it.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Have a
Yep.
blessed day.
Yep.
Put the stuff up. So this is what I was talking about here. The general fund, every town should have this. Here, for example, I want to see the, let's just say for an example, okay, this right here. Simplified municipal tax. I'll request this number and they gotta send over the receipt for 66 grand and so on and so forth. Hold on. So I got all the information that I need here.
You got an appointment with Commander FOIA.
Okay. Grayscale, Illinois. So that is that, folks. You folks tell me what you think. Audit them always encourages you to audit them. But I want you to know one thing though. You see how that lady, the first lady, was off on 3 points, how I immediately corrected her. There's no bozo or bezo out there that could tell me how to do my job better than I do. Regardless if it's a government employee, a FOIA officer, or just a regular imbecile online sitting down commenting all day long. Audit them always encourages you to audit them. There goes my car right there. That's my car, the Toyota Camry.